thanks to everybody who listened to the first podcast. We really do appreciate it from all of us. Thank you to anyone who actually stuck around for the entire video, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be like an hour long. But yeah, if you have anything to say, let me know down in the comments, or let us know down in the comments rather. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Alright, I gotta get off because I got to still record some stuff for Pokemon. So, alright, bye. We just got done recording episode 1 of our podcast. And yeah, it's kind of a different thing. I've been talking about doing a podcast with Weldon for like a couple of months now, and decided that it's finally time to actually do it. So I did it. So we recorded episode 1. It'll probably go up on the channel on Friday. Don't know exactly when, but probably on Fridays. That's what I'm looking at. It's going to take a little bit of editing, so it might take me a couple of days based on what I'm already doing. So if you guys are at all interested, make sure you look out for that. The actual name of the podcast is going to be called Shrimp When Men Ride Shrimp. So, yeah. So, I did want to get a couple of things out of the way for Pokemon today. I wanted to talk a little bit about Feraligatr, because we're getting ready to have Totodile Community Day. This is just the in-game announcement. There's nothing like too detailed in here, I don't think. I haven't read through it. It says, get a Feraligatr with Hydro Cannon on January Community Day. Mark your calendars for January Community Day featuring the Water-type Pokemon Totodile during the second weekend of January. For the Americas, it's actually going to be on January 12th. And just to double check, that is on Saturday. So on the 12th in America, you're going to be participating in a Community Day. I have had something in my throat for the last freaking month. Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and India, also on Saturday the 12th. And then Asia and Pacific is going to be on January 13th. So, I'm glad that they're doing Asia last, because they deserve a consistent Community Day rather than server issues the entire time. So the features of the Community Day: Totodile will obviously appear more often in the wild. Lore modules will last for up to 3 hours during the event. And then you can evolve Crocodile during or up to 1 hour after the event to obtain Feraligatr that knows the water-type move Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon will actually improve Feraligatr quite a bit. Bonuses are going to be 4 times egg incubator effectiveness, which is amazing. I've talked about how freaking amazing that is. The only thing that you should really be looking out for is that once you put an egg in an incubator, like my current eggs right now, none of these will reduce in distance because they're already in an incubator. You want to wait until that day and then incubate them, okay? So make sure you do that. Also, really fast, I do kind of want to show off. The other day when Weldon and I were trading all of our long distance Pokemon, I did get a lucky 89% Totodile. I don't think it's attack. Actually, yeah, its attack is one of its best stats. So definitely a good thing. I actually might do. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do it. So go ahead and unlock this extra attack. We will definitely be evolving this one because it's lucky. And it may actually do pretty good when it comes to probably Ultra League, because Great League, it's probably already going to end up at like 1900-ish, probably. I don't know for sure. It's probably going to outdo the CP. So, that is actually it as far as the news. The only thing is I do have quite a few research to accept here, so I'm going to go ahead and do these Pokeballs so that I can go ahead and get that out of the way. We'll talk to the professor here. Yeah, thanks. And then we're going to scroll up and hit this box. 2,000 Stardust, 20 Pokeballs, which is horrible. Why? Why do I keep getting that one? So, the only thing that we're looking for out of this box is probably Raikou. I don't really... I mean, another Lugia would be nice. But that's it. I mean, okay. Raikou, Lugia, or Zapdos. Those are the only 3 that I want. A Lugia. Nice. So we ended up getting a Lugia, which I am A-okay with. The only reason that I said I would be okay with Lugia is because I only got 3 during that weekend. I ended up getting 4 at Ho-Oh, so if this one has better IVs than the other ones, then I will more than gladly get rid of one of those or trade them off to anyone who wants one. So 15 good candies there. Strong defense, yeah, it's pretty horrible. Dragon Tail and Future Sight, that's an okay moveset. That's decent, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and get these other rewards out of the way. Tentacruel. Actually, I'm going to leave the next one just in case I don't go out and play tomorrow. Don't really want to waste any resources on this. Let's try to do this opposite-handedly. I at least hit him, right? There we go. So we got our Tentacruel, which is great. What CP was he? Is he even like... Oh, he's 1,000. He could be good for the Great League. Attack, defense, excellent. Okay, so he's not the greatest. So yeah, that is actually the only things that I had to claim. Now, the only other thing that we need to talk about is how good does Hydro Cannon actually make Feraligatr? Feraligatr with Water Gun and Hydro Cannon actually does pretty well. So it ends up becoming second water DPS, only behind Kyogre. And Kyogre is, with Waterfall Hydro Pump, does 15.91, so almost a full 16 DPS. Feraligatr with Water Gun and Hydro Cannon does 15.255. So not even quite a whole point of damage away, which makes, in my opinion, that's very, very good. Waterfall Hydro Cannon is just a tad bit worse, so if you do luck out and get Water Gun without having to use your TMs, that is great. Just for some comparison, Sharpedo is right behind with 14.681, and then Gyarados is 14.23. I would say right now, my Gyarados is probably my best water attacker by far, and a Feraligatr does over 1 more point of damage per second. So that's actually pretty good. Gyarados does inch out with a little bit higher of a TDO, less than a full point away, but I mean, it's insane that that Feraligatr does do that much damage. Gyarados' max CP is 3391, while Feraligatr's only clocks in at 2857. So stat-wise, Gyarados definitely beats it out, but Feraligatr does really well. I mean, this is actually going to be a pretty freaking good Pokemon. I would definitely say that this is something that you want to try to participate and want to try to get. I usually try to go for at least 1 shiny with an exclusive move and then 1 non-shiny with an exclusive move. I may end up doing 2 just to be able to have it. May try to do 2 non-shiny and 1 shiny. Of course, the 2 non-shiny that I have will probably be best IVs that I can get, or I just might try to go for highest CP, highest level that I can find. I don't know. Since the introduction of PvP, I'm like really back and forth on what I deem keepable and evolvable and stuff like that, because I never know what's gonna be good, and that's really difficult. So yeah, I definitely think that you should try to push for Feraligatr. I definitely think he's a good water type Pokemon to have, especially for somebody like me. He will become my best water attacker. I do not have Kyogre. I do have Sharpedo with Waterfall Hydro Pump, so I do have that covered. But with the introduction of Feraligatr with Hydro Cannon, he becomes 4th. So definitely want to shoot for Feraligatr. He definitely will be a very viable Pokemon. As far as PvP goes, he does end up getting Ice Beam and Crunch as his other moves. I think Waterfall, Hydro Cannon, and Ice Beam will probably be a really, really strong moveset for him. His weaknesses... I mean, his weaknesses end up being Electric and Grass. The Ice will definitely cover the Grass type. The Dark move doesn't really cover a whole lot. It doesn't really do a whole lot for his offensive or defensive, or even his ability to pivot a battle. I don't think Crunch is as good. Definitely would try to go with Ice Beam just because he's weak to Grass. That definitely covers your grass weakness. If he is your anchor, if he's the last Pokemon that you have alive in a PvP match and you end up going against a grass type Pokemon, I would 1000% rather have an ice move than a freaking dark move. So I'll include links to the Gamepress site for Feraligatr so that you guys can check over the information yourselves. Let me know, what are your plans, what are your hopes, what are your dreams for this weekend for Community Day? How many shinies are you hoping to get? What's your goal? Okay, you can't win if you don't have a goal. Okay, so let me know what you guys. I just said that, didn't I? Alright, if you guys like to like videos, make sure you hit that button. If you like to do the other thing, then make sure, I guess you can do that. If you have anything to say, let me know what you have to say down in the comments below. And until tomorrow, guys, I will catch you later. I have to go get my dogs. Watch the podcast. Bye.